On 18 December, the US House of Representatives is likely to impeach US President Donald Trump. But he is still unlikely to be removed from office. Here's why. On the 18th of December, the US House of Representatives is going to meet and debate on at least 2 counts on which it believes that US President Donald Trump should be impeached. It will then go into voting, and because this is a House which is Democrats heavy, it is likely that US President Donald Trump will be impeached. There are 2 allegations against US President Donald Trump. First of all, that he in fact stopped a military aid of $400 million to Ukraine, piling pressure on the Ukrainian president to be able to go ahead and investigate some charges against his presidential election possible rival from the Democratic Party, that is Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden. The second allegation against him is that he obstructed the Congress from probing the matter properly by not turning in documents and also by stopping some insiders like the National Security Advisor John Bolton and the White House Chief of Staff from presenting themselves before the House for a probe. But the real test is before the Senate. The Senate is actually going to hold a trial where the US President Donald Trump will be allowed to make his representation as well. How does the Senate trial work? Let's try and understand that. First of all, members of the US House of Representatives will act as prosecutors in the Senate trial. This Senate trial will be presided over by the US Chief Justice, who will be sworn in as the head of this trial, who will then swear in members of the Senate as part of the jury. However, because the Senate is Republican heavy, it is expected that even though US President Donald Trump is impeached by the House, he will not be ultimately removed from office. So let's look at some of the similarities with past cases. 2 similar cases happened with Bill Clinton and with Andrew Johnson. Both of them were impeached by the House. However, when it came to the Senate, they were both protected, as in they were not removed from office. As far as Richard Nixon's case is concerned, with regards to Watergate, he had resigned before the impeachment process. So even though US President Donald Trump is likely to be impeached by the House, he can still contest the 2020 presidential elections. Many analysts believe that even after being impeached, if he is re-elected to office in 2020, he will be further emboldened.